Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jo and I help creators with freelancing, passive income, and tech. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create an ebook that will sell. And this tutorial is beginner friendly. Ebooks are most likely one of the first digital products you're going to be creating and selling. They are really great to start off with because when you're going through the creation and selling process, you'll understand what makes a good digital product. And as an added little bonus, they cost very little to produce. So here are the 5 things that I have found that you must do to create and sell your ebook successfully. Before we dive into the video, I just want to let you know that I've put links to resources in the comment section below of the video, so definitely check those out. And if you like my content today, please make sure that you like and subscribe so I can keep creating more content for you guys. Okay, so the first place that you're going to want to start is with research. So you want to make sure that you are asking this question to whoever you're asking it to. What is your biggest struggle? What can I help you with? What is going on? Like, you just want to start that conversation. Now, the best places that I can find to ask these types of questions, I would first of all start with Facebook groups, because if you've got no email list, you've got no social media following, then you can go straight into Facebook groups. Now, the reason why Facebook groups are so good is because check out the numbers in this Facebook group. You can literally research a very targeted audience because you're going to need to know who exactly you're selling your ebook to or who you would like to get the information to. That's where you go and join the ebook. That's where you go and join in the Facebook groups. So then once you've got that question in mind, what's your biggest struggle or any questions or anything like that, scroll through the Facebook group just so you can get an understanding of the different types of questions. Now, I've come across one already which I had a look in that came up today, and it was, how does one get started on creating TPT resources? What programs do you use for design or creation of resources? So somebody literally wants to create something and doesn't know what programs and doesn't know what, design tools to use or resources or anything like that. So that's a specific problem that you could create an ebook on, because what you want to do is make sure that there's actually a need for your ebook. So when you come into these Facebook groups, because they're targeted, they're on the topic that you want to write your ebook on, people are literally telling you what they would like their ebook, what they would like help with, and what you need to write your ebook on. So there is lots of ways that you can, go through the Facebook group, but start with scrolling and just get to know what type of questions people are asking. You can also use the search bar here as well. Sorry, not that search bar, the search bar here, and that will search inside. So you can search words that are related to the ebook that you're thinking about writing. Like, say if it was because this is a teachers group, you could write naughty children, or whatever the keywords are that you're kind of looking for. It doesn't have to be exact, but just something, so you can see what types of questions people are actually asking, and you can use that specific language that they're using as well and create the actual content around that. And you'll also be able to see how many other people are interested in it by how many people have commented on it too. So but one thing to note with that, this group has got 100k members or something, 32, you just, it kind of just will balance out depending on how many members are in the group. But have a look and see what, people have asked questions in. The next place that you can go to, which I would recommend, is called WordStream. So you can go to free tools and you can go free keyword tool, and you can write in different keywords that you're thinking about for your ebook. Now, what this keyword tool does, it'll give you the amount of search results for those specific keywords that people are searching for on Google. So these are the 2 ways that I would kind of go down, with being able to qualify your idea and making sure that your book is actually going to sell. Because if there's a need and a want for it, then you can provide that solution. So say it's something like resources teachers. Now, it might not be exactly this, and you might have to play around with the words ever so slightly, but it will still give you something. Now, if you don't get anything at all, that means that on Google, people are not really searching for it. So you can see here that 6,600 searches a month. It's not very high. I would say around 20,000 is probably a good search result, but it will give you some good ideas. Remember, everything's not finite when you're doing this research, but when you see it, you'll know, because there'll be lots of questions in the Facebook groups. You'll be able to search in WordStream and see what's going on. And you know, you might get some ideas for different types of keywords as well. Now, remember, sometimes the language that people are using in Google and then in Facebook groups might be a little bit different. So you kind of just have to use your human knowledge there. But this is doing the research is one sure way that your ebook will actually sell. You don't just go creating something willy-nilly. If you do that, you may have sales, but you know, if you're creating for a need that's already there, then you're going to be a little bit more successful than just throwing things out there. Now, remember, in these Facebook groups, you know, depending on what the rules are and stuff like that, sometimes you just need to check, but you can come and check the rules there just to see what kind of rules there are in terms of like what things you're allowed to write. But you can literally just write, what is your biggest struggle with, and then the topic, whatever your ebook is about. Now, this is such a great question because it opens up heaps of stuff for people to be able to just respond. And you will be able to literally find a problem in there, and you could be even more specific as well. Like if you've got the idea for the ebook, be like, what's your biggest struggle with teacher resources? And then you'll be able to like get answers that way. So this is a really good way to qualify your idea, and research, I think, is like one of the number one things that makes your ebook, or makes or breaks it basically. The next thing that is so important that will help you sell your ebook is the front page. Now, I just want to show you some examples of front pages and the copy that's written on them, and also the style. Okay, so I've just gone over into Etsy. Now, whenever I'm commenting about people's designs and stuff like that, it's not a negative. I'm just pointing out some stuff that like you need to be aware of. So there's not bad, not saying anything like that, but just things to know. Okay, so this is actually a template, and this is for a workbook for coaches, right? So this is the front page that is here. Now, my only issue with front pages like this with sort of curvy writing and small letters is that when it's like this, you can't really read it. You can't really see it, and it's that small. So when you're thinking about your front cover, like, yes, this aesthetically looks absolutely stunning, but if I was writing in a title that is supposed to grab people's attention for my ebook, like how to make passive income with Canva, or, you know, how to create digital products for beginners, stuff like that, then that really small text down the bottom, like for coaches, is just going to be so hard to read. So you need to make sure that your front cover and your title is the most important thing, because while the pretty picture is great, it's really the headline that people are going to go for. This design is actually beautiful, like I love it, but again, it's just the text is too small for me. Like it's just not going to be able to be seen very well. So here is another one that also has kind of like the scripty font on it. So how to sell digital products, a beginner's guide. So the reason why I picked this one is because it is such a great headline for your ebook. So they need to be clear and concise. So this literally tells you what it is, like what you're going to learn and who it's for. So it's that simple when you're coming up with the titles. Sometimes you can do different things. Like I've got one called the Digital Product Kickstarter Kit, and that explains itself. Like it's a digital product Kickstarter kit. It helps you get going when you haven't done it before. So that's sort of another way that you can do things. But again, just the scripty font is just killing me, and the size of the image is too big. The words are what is going to sell. And even though this picture is really nice, I don't know if it really also represents how to sell digital products. It's kind of just like someone's desk, I guess. That's the only thing. But anyway, it's still a really nice design. But again, make sure that you don't have scripty font that you can't read, that the title literally says exactly what it is. This title is fantastic, and that the title is actually your main focus. So the other thing that I want to show you is, so those ones had really nice design. Now, I'm so sorry to whoever this person is, but to me, this is just looking quite old-ish. Sorry. But I just think that when your cover looks spammy and, you know, it has this old font on it and things like that, and has bits of money coming down it, I don't know, it just gives me the ick. Whereas these ones look so much nicer. They look a little bit more like someone's actually gonna, go for them. Of course, that's the aesthetic, and maybe somebody is going for this, but I am just not too sure about the design of this. It just doesn't seem trustworthy to me. It doesn't actually seem like that information is coming from a person. It just kind of seems like it's regurgitated or something. So this is why the front cover is so important, and it will help you sell your ebook. The next thing that will really help you sell your ebook is where you're selling your ebook. So a lot of the time people will be familiar with Etsy. So there's nothing wrong with Etsy. I just want to show you the different types of ways that you can sell. Okay, so when you typically sell on Etsy, you will list your product and you will drive traffic to that product. So when somebody goes to that listing, they're either going to buy it or they're not going to buy it. If they don't buy it, they're gone. They've disappeared. You can't market to them anymore. That's it. So if you spend all your time putting all this effort into all this traffic and getting people to the products and they don't actually buy, then they're gone. So it is quite hard to tell sometimes, like if it's your listing or if it's your SEO, like all these different types of things can affect if you're going to sell your ebook or not. Not saying that there's anything wrong with Etsy, but that's just kind of the process. If you sell on your own platform, like something like system.io, you can have, just in a simple format, you can have a sales page. Now on that sales page, you can offer your product for sale, but you can also offer like something for free, so you can grab their email address. Now, what will happen is some people will just completely go off it, which always happens, but then you've got two categories of people. There'll be people that buy straight away, and then there's people that won't buy, but they'll want to get that free because they want to know more, because maybe they're just not quite ready to buy just yet. So you can capture their email address and get them on an email list, and you can send them an email campaign. And then forever that you have their email address, you can send them all sorts of different stuff, about your ebook. So I think that if you have your own platform and you're going to be doing all this, work and driving traffic and things like that to help you sell your ebook, having your own platform like system.io and selling on a sales page is going to be so much more effective for you when you're selling your ebook. The next thing is traffic sources. So to be successful with selling your ebook, you're going to have to find a way to drive traffic there. So if you have set up something like system.io, which I'm going to show you very, very shortly with a sales page and anything like that, you're going to need to drive traffic to it so people can get eyes on it. So what I would recommend is that you have a look at all the different types of ways that you can drive traffic. So the best ways to start is through social media platforms. So that's like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook groups, blogging on your own website or TikTok, anything like that. I tried TikTok for a while and it wasn't really my style, and nothing really converted and nothing really worked because it just didn't feel very natural to me. And I was also trying probably like 3 other social media platforms at the same time and getting overwhelmed, which leads me to my next point. Just pick one. Pick one platform, get really good at it, get really comfortable with it, make sure it suits your personality, learn everything there is to know about that one platform, keep uploading, keep creating content, find out what's working, find out what isn't working, just one platform. And when the penny drops and something starts working, then keep going with that. For me, when I started doing stuff on TikTok, I felt really uncomfortable. It just wasn't quite right for me. I like to talk. I like to show people things. I actually like to teach, and I went with YouTube for that reason, because I feel like I can provide way more value to people on YouTube and literally show people step-by-step stuff, because I feel like, honestly, being transparent with things and the knowledge that I've learned comes out way better on YouTube. I couldn't do that in like the TikTok content that I was creating. So that's why it's got to suit your personality, and that's why you just need to pick one source of traffic to promote your ebook. Because when you get really good at it and the traffic starts working and flowing, then things really will kick off. Okay, and the very last thing that I wanted to show you is going back to my point about how you sell matters. So this is the difference between selling on something like Etsy and selling on something like system.io. So when you drive traffic to your own sales page, it is just going to something that you've created. So all that work generating traffic and creating all those eyes on your content is going to go to your sales page that you've got. So this is a template that I've created called Ebook Edge, which helps you sell your ebook and also will grab email addresses at the same time. So if people don't necessarily buy the book straight away, then they can get a sneak peek and preview of the ebook and you can capture their email addresses. So how it works, it's really cool. It's got a mock-up here, and with a mock-up you can create them in Canva. This template actually comes with this mock-up, so you can easily pop out your own cover and put it in there and make sure it's got a really good headline and nice graphics. And when you scroll down, it's got different parts of it which tell the reader all about the ebook. So this template is designed for you to basically input in your data and make it be really good for people to be able to like scroll through and read, a little bit like a story. So there's the frustration points. So let's say we go back to that example of the teachers not knowing what resources to use to create stuff. So, you know, the title of the ebook might be like the perfect resources, or how to create this and that with this resource, with Canva or something like that, whatever it is. And then you would come down and be like, you know, don't you wish that there was some, you know, that something to take you through step by step, or whatever it is that your ebook actually does. And then you can go through their frustration points and be like, there's no resources out there to teach you. There are so many people on the internet like saying different things and you don't really know where to go. And there are so many different tools, which one's the best price point, everything like that. Like you just go through the Facebook groups and see what people's frustrations are. Ask them what's their biggest struggle with this, and you'll get those frustration points. So you can see that when you cater a sales page to somebody's exact frustration points and things that they're looking for, they're going to go, oh, wow, this is actually speaking to my exact problem and I need this. And then you can go, you know, what if I told you there was a better way? You know, I've got all the resources. I've learned this from this way. I've tried and tested it, you know. This is the exact pricing. I've done all the research for you, and these are the tools that you're going to need to use. And then you just remind them about the ebook and what's it called again, you know, so they're going through it. Then if they need to go a little bit further, you can go through and give them the exact chapters so they can get a little bit of a sneak peek here as well. So, you know, it can be like chapter 1 might be something like 10 tools not to use because they're too expensive, or whatever it is, or, you know, here's the process of exactly creating with this tool, anything like that, just basically your chapters, so it gives them a good outline. Now the cool thing about templates like this is you don't have to write all of this. You could just give them the chapter headlines if you want to, because if your chapter headlines don't need any explanation, they say exactly what they are, then you just don't have to write all of that stuff. So they're really, really fluid. So again, ready to learn, you know, how to create your whatever it is, that resource for the teachers with Canva. So you'll like get to the next level, or do things faster, or maybe you want to teach it to them in a certain amount of time, anything like that. And you can obviously write this again, you know, who is it for? Who's the ebook for? It's for teachers, it's for tutors, it's for anyone like that. So then people go, oh yeah, that's me. And then they get to the end and they can buy the ebook. So you can see how, you know, this sales page may attract your ideal client a little bit better than something like that. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of just my point. Okay, so with this template, you can buy the book and it will scroll down and it will take them straight to the order form. So that's really cool, because once, it doesn't matter what section they're up to, like somebody could be up here and they're like, yep, I already want this ebook. Like, it's right there. The options of what they're going to do, the action is right there. Buy the book. Yep, that's what I want to do. If they get like to all the way down here because they've read the entire page, well, they can still buy the book, which is great. And so there's options everywhere for them to either buy the book or get the free preview. So let me show you what the free preview page looks like. So basically, this is the squeeze page, and this is where, if they want that free chapter, you can grab their email address. Again, that mock-up comes with this template and the steps are really simple. Now I'm just going to have to show you in the back end what it looks like in system.io, because you can't actually get the free chapter going through the pages like that live. So these are all the steps here. So with system.io, everything kind of goes in order with this template. So you've got the order form, which was actually also the sales page, which was this first page here. So what makes it an order form is because it has the form down here so you can actually order it. So if they order it from that first page, it will go to the thank you for purchasing. So it will give them like a recap of their purchase, a nice little picture, and they can download the ebook there. You can also set up an email campaign, which will automatically deliver their ebook as well. So you can see the difference between the systems. Like it's slightly different. But this is such a great way to sell your ebooks. Okay, so when you go to that first chapter free sign up page, let me show you how it actually gets delivered. So this is where it gets really cool, because remember these people who aren't necessarily buying straight away, but they may be semi-warm leads and like, oh, I need to know a little bit more. This is the page that's going to warm them up even further. So there is going to be a timer up here, which is like giving them a little bit of a push to say it's gonna run out, this deal. You know, you're gonna get you can discount it if you want to, or just keep it at the same price. I usually just keep it at the same price. And then this is the part that's going to kind of hook them in, I guess. So what you've got is you have a free preview of whatever chapter it is of your ebook that is irresistible to this person. So that's what you give them, and they can read it. So you can see that you can scroll through here like that, which like I think is pretty cool, because if I was on the fence about something and then I started reading it, I'd be like, yeah. You can also go full screen with it as well, just in case you're a little bit blind like me, and they can really go through and make sure that what it is that they thought that, you know, they weren't going to buy, now they're thinking really hard about it, because they've got that first chapter and they're like, yes, sweet, this is exactly what I want. And then the purchasing they can do through that order form there. So it's quite a cool template. And then again, after they purchase, it just does that same you know, thank you. You can download the ebook, and again, you can send them the email campaign to, you know, deliver the ebook and anything else you like. There's also, I've put in like your privacy and your terms and stuff like that, which is important to have on anything that you're selling, because you need to tell people what you're doing with their private info and also terms of sales and things like that. So if you don't have anything like that, you can grab them inside this template as well. And once you have those, you can put those on all in anything that you ever sell. So, which is really, really cool. It protects you and it also protects your clients, but mainly it just stipulates, it's basically like the contract between you and whoever you're doing any kind of selling with. So even if it's not selling, even if you're just capturing their email addresses. So those are the 5 things that I would make sure that you had to ensure that you're actually going to sell your ebook. So you need to make sure that you do research, you make sure that the front page has great copy, the headline is really bold and attractive, and the front cover doesn't look spammy. Make sure that you are selling it, I would say, on your own platform with a sales page, and make sure that you're capturing those email addresses. Make sure that you focus on one traffic source and get really friggin' good at it, like really, really good at it. And then of course, a really good sales page is a must. So if you enjoyed my content today, please like the video, make sure you subscribe, even leave a comment below to let me know that you are loving this content so I can create more for you.